Thiago Alcantara is available for around 75 cents, and honestly, I don't understand how this card is this cheap. Because when you look at the stats, this isn't just some random low-cost card that you buy and forget about. This Thiago actually has a very specific role, and if you play the right way, he could be extremely useful. He comes in at 103 overall as a CMF, but the overall rating isn't even the interesting part. Look at the technical stats. 102 ball control, 92 dribbling, 103 tight possession, 100 low pass, and 95 lofted pass. That is basically screaming one thing. Give this man the ball and let him control the midfield. Thiago isn't going to be the guy sprinting from one box to another or bullying defenders physically. That's not what you're buying him for. You're buying him because he should be extremely comfortable receiving the ball under pressure, turning and finding the next pass. And that 103 tight possession is ridiculous. When you're playing against someone who loves pressing, having a midfielder who can receive the ball and keep it close to his feet is extremely valuable. You don't always need a midfielder with crazy speed. Sometimes you just need someone who can escape pressure with good ball control and make the right decision. And Thiago looks perfect for that. His 102 ball control and 92 dribbling also mean he's not just a pass and move midfielder. He should actually be comfortable carrying the ball forward when there is space. But the biggest reason I'd consider using him is obviously the passing. 100 low pass is exactly what you want from a midfielder like this. Add 95 lofted pass and you have a player who can play both the short passes and those longer balls into dangerous areas. If you're someone who likes possession football, Thiago makes a lot of sense. You can use him to recycle the ball, switch the play, and keep your midfield moving. His 98 balance is another huge positive because it should help him stay composed when he's turning and moving around midfield. But now we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Konami gave this man absolutely no player skills, and I genuinely don't understand that decision. You're giving Thiago 102 ball control, 103 tight possession, and 100 low pass, then deciding not to give him a single special skill? That's crazy. This is probably the biggest weakness of the card. Imagine if Konami had given him a strong passing skill or something that made his ball control even more dangerous. This card could have been on another level, but does the lack of skills make him unusable? No, not even close. It just means you're relying more on his raw attributes. And honestly, for 75 cents, I'm willing to accept that. His other weakness is that he's not built to dominate physically. If you're expecting him to win every midfield battle, you're probably going to be disappointed. His stamina is also 88, which is good enough, but it's not elite, so you have to understand what you're getting. This isn't an all-action midfielder. This is a technical midfielder who wants the ball at his feet. If you play quick passing, possession football, or you like controlling the tempo, I think Thiago could be very fun to use. But if your style is basically sprint forward, win physical battles, and play direct football, there are probably better options. And that's why I wouldn't say this card is automatically one of the best CMFs in eFootball. But for the price, that's where this card becomes interesting. You're basically paying pocket change for 102 ball control, 103 tight possession, 100 low pass, 95 lofted pass, and 98 balance. That's a ridiculous amount of technical quality for such a cheap card. And this is exactly the type of card I like seeing for F2P players. You don't need to spend hundreds of coins chasing an endgame midfielder when Konami can randomly drop a cheap card that actually has a useful role. So, is Thiago worth using? For me, yes. If you already have an elite CMF that fits your team perfectly, you don't need to replace them. But if you're looking for a cheap midfielder who can control the ball, pass accurately, and help you play through pressure, I would absolutely give Thiago a chance. And the funniest part is that the only thing stopping this card from being completely ridiculous might be the fact that Konami forgot to give him any skills. For 75 cents though, I'm not complaining. This is one of those cards that could end up being much better in-game than the overall rating suggests.